Please join me in welcoming to the stage Microsoft Security Response Center's General Manager, Eric Doerr, and Microsoft's Corporate Vice President of Security, Bharat Shah.
Hello, BlueHat. It is great to see you here. I'm Eric Doerr. I lead the Security Response Center. I want to welcome you to the very first BlueHat Seattle. That's an applause thing. For those Washingtonians, you know there's a little bit of East Side, West Side rivalry between the Redmond side and the Seattle side. This is the good side. It happens to be where I live, but that's a coincidence. So thanks for coming to this awesome venue, and a big shout out to the team that pulled this together, because I think it's a ton of work that goes into this. So I want to talk a little bit. You might wonder, who the heck's here? Who are you? If you don't really know who you are, I can't help you. But I thought it'd be good to tell a little bit of the stats. We have 1,100 of the best in the security industry here. Thank you for coming and making the time. We have researchers, people who work in cyber defense, in governments and corporations, people who build security products. It's awesome. We changed BlueHat a little bit in a couple of ways, and one of the things we realized is that the nature of threats is changing. We still love security research, we love vulnerabilities, or we love finding and fixing vulnerabilities, but we live in a more complicated world where we need analysts and people who do intelligence and people who build these products, and we wanted to have this be a bigger event, a little bit of a broader event, and hear from more voices about what they're learning and what they're struggling with in security. So thank you for coming. Each year we recognize top researchers. We have 5 of the top 75 that we recognized a couple of months ago who are in the audience, one of whom speaking tomorrow, I think. So that's very exciting. Obviously, we work with thousands of researchers every year, the vast majority of whom work with us out of the goodness of their heart because they want to make the world a better place. A few of them work with us because we give them an occasional cash award. To put it in perspective, last year we distributed $4.4 million in bounty awards for the incredible partnerships that we have, helping protect our customers and make our products better. So thank you for that. I also want to shout out to F24 of our MAP partners. MAP is our Microsoft Active Protections Program. I hope I got the acronym right. They're basically people who work on security products, AV products, et cetera, around the world, and work with us to help make sure that when we find something, that the extended community comes together and makes the world a safer place. And so a huge, huge shout out to them. You might wonder, why are you here? And of course, everyone has their own why. I want to tell you my why. I'm here because I'm pissed off. And I'm pissed off at what's happening in the world because it's not right. And I'm proud to work at a company that's willing to take some risks to make the world a little bit better. And lots of people make risks. I don't mean we're unique in that way or take risks. But this is something we've been doing for the last couple of years. Is we have teams of people who try to track the major APTs. And when we see them attacking customers, we tell the customers that this is happening. For the first time this summer, we shared the volume that we're doing that. And in the previous year, this was in July, I think, that we posted this, we delivered 10,000 nation-state notifications. So this is basically saying to someone you were either targeted, maybe unsuccessfully, or successfully compromised by nation-state. And this is average citizens, this is government entities, this is corporations, this is journalists, this is activists. It is unbounded. And we live in a world right now where things are unbounded, and that's not okay. And I wake up in the morning and I'm mad because it's not right that the world is becoming a less safe place with technology. And yet, I'm inspired because we have the power. We don't have to wait on the world policing itself. We have the power to make the technology better. We have the power to influence policy. We have the power to hunt the criminals. And we have the power to make things better. And every day, I try to make things just a little bit better. A couple of weeks ago, we shared that we found the first sign we've seen of active tampering with the US election, or attempts to actively tamper. It's not okay. This is my why. I want this to not exist. I want this to stop. And for me, BlueHat is one of the small steps we take as a community, of course there are many, to make it better. The stakes have never been higher for us to come together and share techniques and partner and challenge each other to be better, because collectively we're defending the world, and I want us to continue making the world a safer place. So thank you for coming. A couple of days is a lot of time to spend. Thank you for coming. Thank you for helping today, tomorrow, and throughout the year, because most of the people in this room are part of a tremendous partnership that help us make things better. So thank you very much. And now I'd like to introduce Bharat Shah, who's the corporate vice president of our cloud and AI business, also my boss, so be nice to him. And he's going to talk a little bit about the digital transformation that we're seeing that's underway.
Thank you, Eric. Good morning and a huge welcome. Thanks for taking the time and joining us to our new reshaped BlueHat 2019. It kind of mirrors the evolution of our thinking, and so I'm really excited to have not only a tremendous amount of outside participation, but an excellent set of speakers who are going to join us. Okay. So, not that you don't know this, but I just want to kind of reiterate what we see. Software is being infused in every facet of every organization. Every startup, every corporate organization, organizations are using software to reinvent their internal operation processes, rebuilding their products and services, even improving their employee experiences, work experiences. So software is really driving a whole new set of innovation. This is actually the most exciting part for me, in spite of the fact that I've been around in the industry for a long time. It is being used in every facet by every organization to create new value. It does mean a ton more software, and it does mean a lot more software developers. It's almost indistinguishable whether a company like Tesla is an automotive company or a software company. Automotive industry hires about 1% software engineers. Tesla has almost 7. Take Netflix. Is it really an entertainment company or really a software and a services company? Very pervasive use of software, and that's just kind of taking over and over the world. I'm an engineer. I like to write software, but this isn't about people not having anything else to do and writing software. Software is being used across the whole gamut of industries and industry verticals to drive new economic value. Without these changes and the new competitive edge that software gets, people will probably become irrelevant. Organizations will become irrelevant. So it really is driving tremendous new economic value, and digital transformation is actually one of the biggest economic imperatives. The cloud is clearly the catalyst. Gone are the days where you order tons of hardware and wait for it to be delivered and hire people to patch and run it. Cloud is really facilitating this digital transformation in tremendously interesting new ways. And I started my last 4.5, 5 years. I started on this journey with a singular focus to help customers embrace cloud, to build trust and security so that cloud is not a real blocker, but they can embrace cloud, help them embracing cloud with security enhancements. However, over the last 2 years, I've fundamentally changed my position, and I fundamentally believe that cloud and digital transformation, both, are a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to really improve the security for almost everybody in the world. And how is it that? First of all, we talk about cloud effects. If organizations are on their own, at least the vast majority of organizations, they're very likely to be patient zero of an attack. In the cloud, most cloud vendors, and Microsoft, of course, being one of them, we actually synthesize, and once we detect something, we rush out and protect all the tenants in the cloud. Huge power that cloud brings, in addition to large amounts of computing and processing power and data to actually help process threats really, really fast. But it also is a real digital transformation, the other big catalyst. People have old software. 90 to 95% of the hacks, depending on what report you read, have a fundamental source with software written for the perimeterized world. Nobody would rewrite the software, but this ability to drive new economic value is helping customers rewrite their software to this new cloud paradigm that will, again, be another source of huge asset for us from a security point of view. And this is where I think we, together, you and us, and other like-minded people, can help customers get this thing right. They're not going to get it right if you just let them, if you don't really help them. So there's a huge kind of opportunity for us to kind of go change, to make the world a lot better. Cloud also, the digital transformation in cloud also brings on new challenges. Applications are being rewritten by thousands and thousands of people, and it's just pervasively entering all facets of our life. It actually has the potential, if not done right, to really increase the surface area. So the new applications being written is probably a challenge and an opportunity for us. Supply chain is a huge, huge challenge and an opportunity. Right from hardware to software and the use of OSS in many, many ways, even though it is really, really empowering engineers all over the world, to even human elements, depending on a vendor to do work for you, to even service-level dependencies, are all new challenges that organizations have to deal with. IoT. IoT is fundamentally changing lots and lots of facets of our lives. But it also adds tremendous new surface area. It also actually blends digital and the physical world. That has another set of challenges. And of course, data and privacy. The whole digital transformation, one of the key elements of that is data. Data to drive new insights, to have better customer relationships, to actually make your products and services better. But data, if not handled very well, in this world of increasing regulation, is a big challenge for our organization. So I again go back and say the digital transformation and the cloud transformation are tremendous new opportunities for us to improve the security of the world, even as it drives new economic value. And this is kind of the reason why I am super excited to be part of this conference, really excited to have all of us here, because this is our opportunity. This is our opportunity and our responsibility to work together to really help customers go through this digital transformation, cloud transformation, and actually make the world better. We have to work on partnerships like this and conferences like this for years. But I want to take two examples that, in spite of all the work we have done, two examples of what we could do even more. Let's take example one. I see this quite often. I read about it quite often. When somebody has a breach or a potential attack, we all kind of go to our silos and kind of hide what happened. There is no sharing. Nobody knows exactly how somebody got in. It's all word of mouth, or you hear about it, or you read about it. But there is no real sharing of what happened, how did they evict the adversary, how did they prevent another attack, etc. This just perpetuates the problem by orders of magnitude. The adversary has thousands and thousands of other targets that they keep using the same ammo without any real stoppage. And I think this is something we at Microsoft are really, really excited and striving and would want to work with you all to change. With Sentinel, we really want to take this to a place where we allow this kind of sharing to happen, share the detection, share how you evicted, share how you actually would prevent things happen. And we do think that this is an area where the industry needs to actually step out of feeling like they did something wrong. Of course, some people are negligent, but for a lot of them, they're just pure victims. We have to kind of get ahead of it, share our findings, and make sure the 10,000 and 20,000 others don't get hacked as easily. So that's kind of one. Let's look at the second thing. 90 to 95% of all projects today use OSS. I think that is a fantastic example of how sharing has actually been used to help others. It's such a powerful concept. I mean, I keep saying cloud is the catalyst for digital transformation, but really OSS and the way people share, developers share their code, and how people take dependencies on other people's code is actually the heartbeat as well of digital transformation. That is actually what is powering people, driving new economic value at really great pace. It's such a powerful concept, right? I think we need something like that to actually bring security savviness, democratizing that, allowing people to share what they've experienced, share what they've learned, and make sure thousands and thousands of others benefit from that. Again, with GitHub, we are super excited to actually make security a fundamental part of our developer community. You will see more of this happening, but we are already on this journey where we think this vibrant ecosystem of developers can benefit from each other, right, get their applications written in a much more secure manner. And this community that they have, 40 million plus developers, if we can democratize all the great security techniques we are developing together, and even share some of the pitfalls that we have, we absolutely can make this world better. So I am super excited to be on this journey. I am really looking forward to this 2 days of conference. It's just the beginning of our Reshape BlueHat. We want to work with you. And I know that we have some good talent. We spend a lot of money. We've got lots of things going. But I will tell you that we, as Microsoft, cannot do this alone. We absolutely need you to lean in and help us. We do have a vibrant set of customers. We also need them to kind of take this digital transformation in the right direction by getting security right. And together, I'm sure we will make this thing better. So with that, I again want to take this opportunity and thank you all of the participants to be coming here. And I hope you have an excellent 2 days here and you're with us on this journey to a better, secure world. Thank you.